Blender is a free software for people to make 3D animation. It has so much potential, so much possibility. The only thing I don't like is how big the learning curve it has. In the past couple years, I have taken at least 3 different attempts trying to learn Blender, but each time I got stuck in one step and I couldn't figure it out, and then I just forgot about it. But today, we are trying it again, and hopefully this is the last attempt. We are going to attempt the Blender Guru's Donut tutorial.
3D modeling, texturing, lighting, shading, and rendering. And I'm going to show you how to do all of those things whilst you make your very own donut.
Right now is just a little bit past 3, and I plan to just keep going until I am preparing to go to bed, which is about 6 hours or 7 hours ish, more or less. And then we will just have a look to see if we can finish the donuts and the cup of coffee. Right, so let me just open up the Blender Guru donut tutorial. Right, so I got Blender opened on one side and the donut tutorial ready on the other side.
So this is Blender. It can do 3D modeling.
So I'm going to just spend the next 6 hours and see like how far I can get. Finger crossed.
Monitor, you will probably have noticed that everything is really super tiny and you have to swing. That's how you orbit around. You can see we're focusing on our cube at the moment though, so how do we move to somewhere else? Or alternatively, control middle mouse, and then that will also move you in as well.
I have finished the first video. It was almost half an hour long, and this is what I got. The circle, the future donut, and the cup. I'm gonna just say, I still remember some of it from the very beginning, like how to move, how to add a mesh. But there are a lot of the hotkeys that I have forgotten about, like how to scale, how to move, or how to focus on a certain selected object. So yeah, gonna move on to the next one. Okay, so I followed the tutorial and make this. It looks like a coffee cup. I didn't put the line there because I haven't quite figured out like how it wasn't in the tutorial, but that's not the main thing that I'm trying to do. It did mention that we should probably try to make the plate underneath the coffee cup. So I am going to try that. That will probably take me, I don't know, 5-10 minutes each. So I'm going to try that, and then I'll follow along the rest of the tutorial. It's been like 2 hours later. Right now it's almost 7. And I did my first render. This is what I got. They are all just white and grey, but I think it does look like a cup and a donut with a little bit of a icing dripping down. I think the next step it will be moving on to soon is to get a little bit color, like texture, and the material thing like underneath, like on the donuts and on the table. But yeah, I am quite happy with how I am, what progress I'm making so far.
Things into this to do different things. I'm going to show you how a bunch of stuff. But first, let's load in some of those PBR texture maps. This is because, and again, middle mouse drag along the top there. We didn't talk about this one. This is the material for previewing materials, because it loads in environments, but it's a way to material without having to like change a bunch of lighting to understand.
Right. I am on the video about the UV unwrapping, And now it's already like 11 p.m. I did take an hour to get something to eat, and this UV unwrapping thing is really complicated. I'm going to just keep rolling for maybe another hour, and I am definitely going to follow this through to make a donut and a cup of coffee before I finish up this video. But yep, before this year ends, I am definitely finishing this. I am not gonna leave this for another year. This is really quite a learning curve. I watched the tutorial like 5 times. I can't figure out why is my sprinkles not changing colors. All my sprinkles are orange for some reason, but when I am looking at the sprinkle itself, I did put in like orange and blue there, but I can make it to just, oh, that's not what I'm picking up. I can turn it into just blue or just orange. I just can't make them to pick the color randomly. It's supposed to look like that. If you can see, it is supposed to have a different color in the sprinkles. But when I'm trying to make it, it just doesn't change. I'm not sure, like, what am I doing wrong? Why? I really tried. It's almost 1:30 in the morning. I can't quite figure what I did wrong. I'm gonna try again tomorrow. I am desperate to get some sleep now. Honestly, I don't know what went wrong, but I will see you in the morning. Okay, so it is the next day, and I pretty much has forgotten what I was doing yesterday. I think I was struggling to do the sprinkle on top, but I decided it is probably a good idea to just redo the whole thing, start from the beginning, just so I can actually remember where I was and also learn a little bit better, retain the information a little bit better. Because the first half is not too bad, it was decent, but when it comes to the texturing, I absolutely have no idea where I was before, and yeah, I just don't necessarily like not knowing what was going on before, so I'm gonna just redo the whole thing, and this time it should take a lot faster because I still remember the first half of it, at least the simple part. I have finally figured it out. Why is my sprinkle not changing into any different color? There was a small settings in a tiny tick box. It mentioned it. I ticked the box. I didn't realize that's not a box that I'm supposed to be ticking. So a whole day just to realize I just need to untick a box. But look, we now have a donut and a cup of coffee. The sprinkles are different color, and they are actually not just a skin, they are sprinkles. If you can see it, I am somewhat proud of it. So yep, gonna just move on to the last step and see how it will be turning up. I have positioned the cup where I want it. I have put the plate and the donut where I want it, set up the light where I want it. But when I render it, for some reason, this is where I want it to be. When I render it, the cup is not in the same position. I don't understand why. So close. And after some help given from the Discord community with Blender Guru, turned out it is the animation somehow that was created when I was doing the foam, the coffee in the cup. So once I clear that off, I am able to actually export or render an image that I've made. So this is the thing, this is the image that I have rendered out. We have a kind of wooden textured cup with coffee in it, and then there's a chocolate donut in the front on a plate. The whole thing, I modeled the whole thing. This is such an accomplishment. I've been working on this, or not working on this, I've been trying to finish this tutorial for over 2 years. And today, pretty much the last day that I am free in 2025, I have finally finished it. There are still so many other different tutorials out there, and there's so much more that I want to explore in Blender. This is just literally the first step that I should be taking, and we'll see how much more we can do in Blender in 2026. Okay, so I have finished the tutorial yesterday, and today I'm gonna just finish up editing this video, and this is the last thing I wanted to do in 2025. And next year, 2026, I am hoping I can keep up with these YouTube video things that I have been wanting to do, and continue to make a little bit more video every week or two. I wanted to dive in many different things, but mainly focus on like talking about camera stuff, talking about filming and personal development, like how I wanted to challenge myself and doing many different things. And maybe in a year I'll be watching back on this video and see, that is how far I have gone. Because right now, if I look back on last year, I probably would still be saying, except the last month or two, I definitely was not doing much on what I wanted to do. So yeah, next year, let's not do the same thing. Let's make sure next year I will be thinking something like, this is how much I have done. I'm not regretting how I spent my 365 days next year. And if you watch this video like till the end of this, I'm sure you are somewhat similar to myself, like having a lot that you want to do but never committed to it. And what I'm saying now is that I make a little commitments to myself to start making video like a month ago, maybe two. And actually it feels pretty nice to know that when you decide to do something, you are capable of actually doing it. So yeah, if you find this somewhat inspiring, I hope you can maybe leave a comment down below to let me know like what are your New Year resolution, maybe what are your challenges and what you plan to do to overcome it. So yeah, hopefully I will see you next year. Take care.